Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. 180. Quick to choose the mic. Hey, that QB's traps. Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. Room here to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
That's what I do. Check 3, check 3. White. Undercross.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Here we go.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to the 18. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there, with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready? Here we go, here we go. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Snap.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball. Slam.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Check back. Mike 12. Hard. Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down. Shaw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Hey, my 7. Right 12. Get that quarterback, D-line. Hey, Sam on.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Bengals nothing.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Watch out.
From the gun to give to Mixon. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You draw quarter. Jim. Check 4. Check. Hey, lock it. Be dribble.
Nixon will try the right side. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Ready up. 12. I smell fear in it. Go.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go. 70, Indy. I got it. Single. Hey, 128. Don't let him breathe. Look at me. Go. Don't breathe, defense. Check safety.
From the gun on 3rd down, Shaw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
Check 15.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's get off the field, D. Alert 3. Lock.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we go. Black 80! Safe. Forward down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Here we go,
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Watch the curl, watch the curl.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Here we go.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field.
A 31-yard attempt.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Come on, set. 15, line it. 15, line. Leo. SOS. Five. Go. Get it.
To throw on second down. Shaw. And some room to maneuver. What a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Check 55 to Mike. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And this one complete to Smith. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Just like that. Just like that. Check 31. Check 31. Hey, orbit. Mike 12. Mike 12. Not here. Mike 12. Look. Squeeze.
Here's Shaw. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, Haywood. There. Ready?
On first down, Shaw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. In that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Hey, Sam off. Switch.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. He's got a first down of inside the midfield and finally brought down at the 43. That good for 22 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I got one.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
He's crossing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Dances by him. They find some open field here. But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Gonna give this time to the tailback. He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
A 23-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yep. Mike 12. Let's go.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Lock it. Hey, wahoo. Check.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Look at me. Door. Hey, Foxtrot. Check three. Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Shaw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Let's go. Switch. Mike 12. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check Mike 12. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Go.
They'll try and throw for it here. The open man is Smith. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Ready to break.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready. 8 read. Rip left. Check out read. Get it.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Vincent Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. The second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, which to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Jones, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Squeeze. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Revive.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Bengals.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. We got 3, we got 3.
From the gun, Shaw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. What did you see on that one? A rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Here we go. 180. Watch 85. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Check 24, check 24. Out, out, out. White.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Here we go.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Check 43. 1, Omaha. 21. Bravo.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. He can run for it, and he will. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. 12. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Sam off. Whip. Watch the whip.
2nd and 2. It's caught. Smith. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Look at me. Go.
Operating from the gun. Shaw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, exit. Leo.
2nd and 1. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line.
Hey, Alpha. Watch the 61. Match box. Right. Slam. Check 9.
Throwing on first down. Shaw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, high 7. Go.
Throwing again. Shaw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Watch the eye.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there, taking it in as the Ravens push further out in front. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just